We have transformed maybe 1,200 women so far.
अच्छा.
To be a good daughter-in-law, to manage the house. I think that's a bit overrated. When I moved from Belgium to Bombay around 12 years back, one of the prerequisites to moving to Bombay was speaking in Marathi.
Okay.
When I came to live in Bombay, it was a shock because it was exactly the opposite of what I had experienced at 1.5 months. Belgium is very slow.
Okay.
It shuts at 6 p.m.
Oh.
After 6 p.m., it's a family life. I'm coming from a very strong diamond manufacturing, wholesaling, and B2C background.
Okay.
When I moved to Bombay, I realized that there's nothing like balance. As seeing my own children grow up, they are not able to see a lot of my struggle at times. So kids are very demanding. Despite the fact that we're doing our best, they may want more. Because I'm a mother doesn't mean I can not do other things.
What's that point जहाँ पर आपको लगा कि अब नहीं हो पाएगा? What was that point?
There were many points like that. I had this condition called diastasis recti, which is a condition which happens post delivery where your muscle tears.
As a woman, what differences you see from Belgium to Mumbai or India?
So I think women in India are just amazing, like women all over the world. But somewhere they have an X factor.
Tell me more about your gurus. कौन-कौन आपके गुरु रहे हैं? अब you can take names also.
James Clear.
एक होम मेकर से कुछ स्केल कर सकते हैं, बड़ा कर सकते हैं और किसी को या फिर किसी के पास आइडियाज है लेकिन उनको स्टार्ट नहीं किया है. So what do you have for them as a founder, as a woman founder?
अच्छा क्वेश्चन है.
We'll do a rapid fire round here.
Okay.
2 rapid fires. First one is
Coffee with Tushar.
First of all, thank you so much for this podcast.
Most welcome.
My channel name is Being Batman Podcast. Specifically ये चैनल का नाम मैंने Being Batman इसलिए रखा था ताकि मेरे बहुत सारे fears थे. First one was talking to people. Second one was traveling. तो अभी इस टाइम पे मैं दोनों कर रहा हूँ. Almost 2 साल से continuously travel कर रहा हूँ और अभी बहुत सारे podcast ले चुका हूँ. So these were my fears. So we will start with that. कि आपके क्या fears थे जिससे आपकी जर्नी स्टार्ट हुई. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद दैट एंड विल गो विद योर इंट्रो बाद में. आप बताइए.
So first, congratulations on overcoming your fears.
थैंक यू.
It's always nice to have a conversation with somebody who is as adventurous, who likes to explore the unknown. And overall, fears are only the absence of knowledge, is how I perceive it. So till you're fearful about it, you haven't explored it enough. Otherwise, it's not something you will fear once you explore it.
True.
So coming from a background of not living in India, the amount of hype created to live in India was very intimidating.
Okay.
To be able to fit in, to be a good daughter-in-law, to manage the house, I think that's a bit overrated.
Okay.
Okay. To live with the tempo of the city, which is surely very accelerated compared to other cities. While we say that, there is room to be yourself if you allow yourself that. When I moved from Belgium to Bombay around 12 years back, one of the prerequisites to moving to Bombay was speaking in Marathi.
Okay.
Because all my staff and people who I need to work with on a daily basis speak Marathi. So for them to take me seriously, Marathi was very important.
Okay.
तो थोड़ा funny, थोड़ा टूटा फूटा जैसे भी था, थोड़ा सीखना तो पड़ा. When you talk about my version 12 years back, it was something where I believed Bombay was a city of dreams. Because I come from a city which is very slow. I used to live in Antwerp, Belgium for like most of my life, so say around 25 years, before I bumped into my husband in Mumbai and I moved to Mumbai.
Okay.
And those 25 years summed up my understanding of day-to-day life. We used to come to Bombay every year because my father used to say that we have to be connected to our roots. And since all our family is here, we used to come here. And I visualized and envisaged Bombay in that 1 month, 1.5 months that I used to come for summer.
Yeah.
And when I came to live in Bombay, it was a shock because it was exactly the opposite of what I had experienced at 1.5 months. So you coming on holiday to Bombay and you living in Bombay are two different worlds.
Actually.
So my first fear was to be able to manage myself with the pace of life because Belgium is very slow.
Okay.
It shuts at 6 p.m.
Oh.
After 6 p.m., it's a family life. So there isn't much that people do after 6 p.m. There is no delay at office. Quarter to 6, people start wrapping up. So the quarter to 6, 5:45, people start wrapping up. So you don't really have any contingency or delay or the industry we work in. It's not an industry with high levels of contingency. I'm coming from a very strong diamond manufacturing, wholesaling, and B2C background.
Okay.
So in that, we're perpetually working with people with a product which is never going to be damaged or never going to be perishable. It's absolutely permanent. So that contingency level or that need to be on your toes has never been there. So you're very relaxed. The work happens in its regular fashion from your 9 to 6, and that's about it. After 6, your lifestyle is coming home, spending time with your family. Maybe you have a hobby, you have a sport, and dinner, and then you unwind. So it's a very strong work and life balance from the day one. It's not like Bombay where probably you reach that balance when you've made it somewhere.
Okay.
When I moved to Bombay, I realized that there's nothing like balance. Everyone just wants to work. People just run from one commitment to the other.
True.
There's so many opportunities. The time is always running short to capitalize on opportunities. So you just see people between one commitment and the other commitment and the transition time. Nobody takes out exclusive time to unwind.
Yeah.
It's between these that they find time to meet family, loved ones, friends, which means that everything besides work is secondary. So it's a very strong workaholic culture. Understanding those dynamics took me time. And the biggest fear was, will I be able to be at par with that tempo? Because within my tempo was still like at home, laid back, regular, specific timings, nothing that is going to be major contingency. It's a much more relaxed and a much more planned life.
Okay.
Whereas I think in Bombay, from the time you don't even wake up, but like, the sun rises, there are things you haven't planned that happen. Your milkman wakes you up. I mean, you don't wake up at your own time. You wake up because the milk has arrived. Of course, everybody has staff at home, but that staff also needs to be managed. Staying in Belgium, we are very independent. So we don't really need anybody to do anything for us. Starting from, buying your own furniture, making my own room. I had a very high autonomy at home. I wouldn't be asked or told. I would be telling them that, listen, I'm going to IKEA, buying my furniture, making my room. Or, our weekends are planned in a very independent way.
Okay.
There is no nanny system. From the time we were raised by our parents only. So we've seen the good, bad, and ugly. It's not like, aaj papa, mummy ka, difficult day at work. So we will be with the nannies or we will be put with the relatives. No, we will see the difficult day. And we will experience it at a very young age to be able to realize that hardship is part of life. Somewhere in Bombay, while hardship is at a very, 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 very low level, I think in Belgium, hardship started at a very, very advanced level. So you'd have to have your own business, or your basics as a first world country were already taken care of. Hardship came after that. In India, I think the basics also are not there. So you can see the disparity. That is for sure, that you can see a lot more disparity in India. But at the same time, the people who have their basics in India are not able to see a lot of hardship because they're protected by this nanny system, or they're protected by being taken care of while the hard work is being done. So as seeing my own children grow up, they are not able to see out of my struggle at times. So kids are very demanding. Despite the fact that we're doing our best, they may want more because they don't see us going to work, seeing what we do at work, seeing us, face those hard decisions, come home carrying bags of groceries and then cook food. That is a very standard protocol for Europe where you do everything on your own. In India, a lot of things are outsourced. So your kids don't understand the seriousness of the amount of things that happen in a day. So some of the things are just taken for granted that food is going to be served on the table. That's normal. So while we have a very high disparity, we have a lot of delusion where people are not realizing that yes, this is all possible because you're of a particular stature, a particular strata, and you're able to afford this. So that's another thing where I would have been fearful that can I manage so many operations in a day where I'm only used to a few operations in a day. So that would be probably my second fear. First fear would be the fitting in with the tempo of life. Second fear, the amount of operations that happen. And I think third fear is that I feel very pampered and very spoilt to live in a country which was not so demanding, where probably my daily dilemma would be, in one direction. That okay, today I have multiple meetings at work, and that's about it. And I choose then to not do other things on the social front or anywhere else. When I come to India, I realize there's a dilemma in every direction. My dilemma is in making sure that the food is well cooked, the staff is ready to entertain somebody in the night. My team has to make sure that whatever presentation we have to make is ready in time. My kids may need to be picked up. If there's any contingency there, I need to step in. So there are so many areas that we need to continuously monitor, which for me create a lot of growth. So while I was fearful about these factors, I think the adversity was something that has helped me grow as a person. It did take time to adapt, but now I think when I go to Belgium, I may not fit in so much. I have evolved in that direction.
What's your story from zero to hero वाला story है होता है ना सबका कि as in आप कुछ नहीं थे that story to founder. What's that story?
It's nice that you said the word hero because I still feel I have a long way to go. I'm very grounded and humble in that context. I have to keep reminding myself that, listen, I've come a long way, while my vision is much longer and precedes that. My story would be that whenever I haven't had the support I want for what I want to do, I've looked for it. And I feel that's the way the universe works. Whenever you want to do something in life, and there are means that limit you, or there are thoughts and environments that control you, you need to find people and spaces that can lift you, or that can um, share your interest and motivate you. So I think that's something that I've always done. So say for example, I delivered my first son, and I was of the opinion that I can do this and that. Because I'm a mother doesn't mean I can not do other things. While my duties and priority are my child, I do want that I also do something which helps me stay sane, see the purpose to life beyond motherhood, and you know come back with a sense of a bigger picture. There are many mothers who may want to do this, and just like me, they would also be struggling with it. So I'd like to tell them that if you feel you want to do this, you can connect with people, and the digital platform is ideal. Because a lot of times you don't realize, but when you're browsing through digital platform, you might find a community or a club that may suit your mindset. So that's how it worked for me. The moment I realized that, listen, I want to continue working while I have my child, and all my friends and my family were of a different opinion, saying that, listen, you're now a mother, so slow down, just do this. I agree with the slowing down part. But the just do this sometimes can make you very ambitious being a mother, which is not healthy. Sometimes a child will take the time it will take to reach a level of normalcy. And while that chaos is going on, if there's something you're good at, it'll keep your confidence level to manage what you're not good at or what's new for you. So to bring in that knowledge from an area which you're good at, and then accept the area which is new, which is completely a beautiful chaos, which requires a lot of positivity for you to embrace it, that can be a great balance. So for me, I remember that I had reached out to Mompreneurs India when I was a mother and a budding entrepreneur wanting to do both. And I found a lot of people over there that connected with my mindset. Moving forward, I created my own community called House of Entrepreneurs, which was for men and women, where they also are parents, they also have their entrepreneurial businesses, and we would share a lot of resources, thoughts, ideas, because all of us need everything in our daily life. So when it's tried and tested, it becomes very easy for you to apply it to your life when you're in that phase. So you can create your own web of people that support you, that align with your purpose, and that keep inspiring you at times when other areas are not giving you that positivity.
मतलब what's that point जहाँ पर आपको लगा कि अब नहीं हो पाएगा? What was that point?
There are many points like that where as a phase in life, you have a lot of things that are affecting you physically, that are affecting you mentally, that are affecting you emotionally. I think my second child was born, and
That's the first time.
I think the first time was when my first child was born, as I spoke earlier, where I did not know how I could connect with people that inspired me to continue doing what I innately felt. But then when I connected to this community and made my own, that became my place to go to whenever I needed inspiration. So that was my first time where I said that, because nobody is in favor of this, and I need to do this for myself. I also believe that I didn't want to involve family in that. Because the moment, like maybe say my mom would say, nahi, ye barabar hai, tu kar. And maybe my mother-in-law said, nahi, ye nahi barabar hai. Then that becomes a dilemma for me to handle. So I said, I don't want any family involved. This is my journey. I will find people in my journey who are going to support me, and ideally people who I choose. And I believe friends are family you choose. So I've been lucky in that direction. Second time was probably when my second child was born, and I was physically in no place to do a lot of things. I think that was very hard. But the moment you overcome that, you feel you can do anything in life. So my second child has been very lucky for me because I have always thought that after two children, will I be able to continue the balance of life that I would like to? And with him, it's been very different than my first child. I have, in fact, been much luckier with work. I have spearheaded more work than I'd planned to. I have actually focused on my physical health because of the way that my health went down post delivery. I made it a point that, as an entrepreneur or as somebody who would like to achieve a lot of goals in life, I will make physical health a priority.
Then what did you achieve?
So I had this condition called diastasis recti, which is a condition which happens post delivery, where your muscle tears. So there's like a situation where you can't do a lot of workouts, you can't do the natural movements, you can't carry a lot of things, and that limited me a lot. I think it mentally really affected me that I can't do this, I can't do that, and I'm actually a very energetic, sportive uh, person who likes to always, do a sport or do a workout or start my day in a very active way. So this was something which then led me to a lifelong lifestyle of Pilates, where I said, you know what, there has to be something I can do for like managing and maintaining my body, my mind, and ensuring that at every phase of my life, I'm physically in a good place. So that led me to, being well trained with my Pilates teacher and learning a lot about the body, which actually nobody makes an effort unless they have a situation where they need to focus on their body. People will, there are a lot of these fads that are there on Instagram where you just be like, oh wow, this one's body is so good, let me follow this diet or let me follow this workout. But not everybody can manage every workout. And to understand that and to know what your body requires can really help you when you have two kids, demanding city, demanding lifestyle, and you yourself are so demanding to ensure that your ambitions are achieved. So to manage all of that, I think my Pilates teacher has played a very big role in me understanding the body. And while I did that, I think I have a long way to go in terms of fitness, but my strength and my um, gut health has improved drastically, which has created a lot of courage to manage a lot of things. So the postpartum experience of my second child has been very quick to manage. Whereas my first child postpartum, I think it went on for a very long time. I wasn't even aware it was postpartum.
And what were you doing before that? Before marriage, before the kids?
So before marriage, before kids, I was back in Belgium and I used to love playing badminton. I used to play it at national level. So back home, I used to be part of this organization called PBA, Provincial Badminton Antwerp, where we would play against other cities. So Antwerp versus Ghent, Antwerp versus Leuven, and there'd be like a annual badminton match where all of us would go and represent Antwerp. So very active lifestyle. I used to play volleyball in school for the school. And overall, I've always been a very high on sport. My father used to love cycling, so we used to do like these cycling trips to like nearby cities. Considering Belgium and cities like Netherlands, there's a lovely cycle path, so you have that benefit. So from that background, coming to Bombay, you have no place on the road to do anything. So it's a very different lifestyle, and you need to make an effort to connect with nature, to do something which is not indoors.
Okay. As a woman, what differences you see from Belgium to Mumbai or India? That and in real life also.
As a woman, I think a lot of Europeans like to come to India because India has a very high level of spirituality. Our faith in the unknown is very high. Like the moment you come to India, or my relatives, my friends, sometimes my clients, they fly down. The first thing we see at Mahalakshmi is a huge line of people waiting during Navratri to go and visit the temple. That's his undying faith. Same with your the mosque, which we have over here at Haji Ali as well. There are huge queues of people on particular days where they want to visit the mosque. And a lot of people ask me saying that, why do people do that? Why do they put themselves through this? And somewhere it is just a blind faith. So while the blind faith may not be something that individually or on its own gets you to places, but faith is a very important part for you to get wherever you want to get to. And a lot of countries outside India, because they're very intellectual and the knowledge or the upbringing is very different, there is a very high level of practicality. So I think as a woman in Europe, I would be okay with many things and I would not leave it to faith. I also think I would somewhere have a mindset that practically tells me what I can do, what I can't do. Double edged sword. So you're not, you know, uh, treading in waters where you're going to sink because it's a very practical decision. You've, done the whole SWOT analysis for that. Whereas I feel that when you have that level of faith, you're pushing your barriers, you're pushing your boundaries, you are really coming out of a comfort zone because you have the faith in something and you find your way then. So there are two sides to that. So I think women in India are just amazing, like women all over the world. But somewhere they have an X factor because they have that blind faith. They think that, and they've seen their mothers, women around them, do everything and anything, whatever the situation demands. And therefore, when they reach a point where they want to do something, they will be able to easily go out of their comfort zone to do so. That's a very big advantage.
नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन था एज एन आपने हनुमान जी के बारे में सुना है,
Hmm.
राम जी के बारे में सुना है,
Yes.
आपने पांडवों के बारे में सुना होगा,
Yes.
आपने कौरवों के बारे में सुना,
Yes.
भीष्म पितामह, भीष्म पितामह, इन सब के कोई ना कोई गुरु रहे हैं, राइट? तो फ्रॉम दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट, दैट पॉइंट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट, राइट, आपके रियल लाइफ गुरुज या फिर रियल लाइफ गुरुज, देयर आर टू डिफरेंट थिंग्स, राइट? रियल लाइफ गुरुज आर प्रेजेंट रहते हैं आपके सामने, ऑफलाइन आप उनसे मिल सकते हो, राइट? और रियल लाइफ गुरुज आर आपकी बुक्स, आपके यूट्यूब पॉडकास्ट, आपका यूट्यूब चैनल्स, तो दीज आर टू डिफरेंट गुरुज. तो टेल मी मोर अबाउट योर गुरुज. कौन कौन आपके गुरु रहे हैं? आप यू कैन टेक नेम्स आल्सो.
James Clear,
James.
who's the author for Atomic Habits, has been a game changer. He also has a newsletter. So if you subscribe to him online, every week he'll send you 2 to 3 points which you can focus on. So while the book was a page turner and a book that you can reread again and again, and you can find something new every time you read, his newsletters are equally good because they give you something every week to ponder upon. So I think the accumulative effect is very underestimated. And I think that's something we can always do in our daily lives. Like something you do on a daily basis. So there was this Japanese phrase that says kaizen. Something small, better, that is done on an everyday basis over a year will give you like a compounded interest. So while we are very monetarily driven, and I do have some gurus in that direction as well, but before that, I think you first need to work on your inner wealth, which is how you think, how you function, and how you balance yourself on a daily basis. And I think if you can find your own purpose, you can understand yourself very well. Then a simple thing like a SWOT analysis. What is your strength? What is your weakness? Where do you have opportunities? Where are your threats? If you can do this on like a quarterly basis for yourself, you will understand yourself so much better, because there are so many things that are just a myth. Like a lot of people say that, I'm very adjusting and very adapting. Is that my strength? Is that my weakness? In India, that was my weakness. In Europe, that was my strength. So it also depends on where you live and how it works. So I know over here, I used to over adapt. I used to over accommodate. So technically, if I didn't reflect on it, I would not know where to draw the line. And while we say that, Atomic Habits also tells you that, when you are in a relationship with somebody where the relationship is very difficult to stay in a positive zone, then you should only interact with them in those few positive moments. So what happens is, say for example, I want to have a positive relationship with my milkman. He's a very difficult guy. He sometimes delivers, sometimes doesn't deliver. Sometimes he's moody. Then I will only interact in a way which greets him every day positively. The rest of it, I'll leave. I'll manage. I will not react to any of the other things. Over 3 months, he will have this, karmic reciprocation that he has to do to me, because I have invested in a relationship in such a positive way that he will innately not be able to negatively do anything towards me. So when we talk about a couple of gestures that we do on a daily basis, we feel a little mindful about it. No, your relationship with any difficult person can change over a year if you're a little mindful with the way you interact with them and how much to interact with them, because some people we can just be ourselves with and we can identify those people. But while we say that we have to deal with everybody, because we are in a country which is very people rich, the people are the currency of India. So if you can't deal with the difficult people, you're not going to be able to make it to the top, because when you're going there in that process, you have to interact with everyone. And I'm a very soft person inside. So for me to deal with conflict is a big fear. I think that's my biggest fear from all the fears that you had asked me initially, to be able to deal with conflict on a daily basis, because I'd like everything to be amicable. I believe that there's a way to be amicable on a daily basis, because the moment you're amicable, your productivity goes up. When you're happy, you're your best version. So keeping that in mind, and going back to your question, that one of the biggest gurus for me was this book Atomic Habits, James Clear's newsletter. This idea of Kaizen, that I can pick up something small every day in a different direction and continue it. And it has to be something very small and manageable, so that when I'm scaling it, it's not burdensome for me to continue doing it. So in that book, another thing also came, where you make it difficult to do things that are not good for you. Simple things like, okay, you know that in the night when it's time for you to sleep, you're going to want to watch TV. You put your remote in a place which is hard to access. So maybe out of 6 days, 3 days you'll say, forget it. I'm too lazy to get up and take the remote. So you make the habits you want to change difficult when the habit is not good, and easy when the habit is very good. And over a year, it becomes your nature to continue the good habits and slowly get rid of the bad habits. And bad habits, because my lifestyle is like that. Many people might want to watch TV till late, but then their mornings are not so early and there's not so much to do in the morning. That's fine. But in my lifestyle, I need to make sure I'm awake, I'm ready, my kids are out the door at the right time, everything is well managed. If there's a contingency, I can step in. So these would be my real gurus. Along with that, I have to give credit to my husband, because he may not believe it, and his name is Parth, and he may think that he is least influential because he's a very humble person. But actually speaking, a lot of times, just speaking to him or talking to him has made me realize what I am and what I want. So he's been a great mirror. So if you can find somebody who can be a mirror to you, and more than that, I think we've had the most difficult conversations, because he is the kind of person who will bring up any skeleton left that you try to put under the carpet. He'll say, no, ye bhai ye reh gaya hai. What about this one? And while you feel like, I want to ignore it and avoid it, and I don't want to talk about it right now, he'll say, kal kare so aaj kare so ab. Talk about it right now. And so he will put the skeletons in my face, that these exist. What are you doing about them?
जो हमारे होम मेकर्स हैं, जिनको बहुत सारे लोग हाउस वाइफ बोलते हैं, गृहिणी बोलते हैं, पत्नी बोलते हैं, माँ बोलते हैं, ठीक है, तो वो लोग बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि बहुत कुछ करना चाहते हैं, हो सकता है बिजनेस करना चाहते हों, तो बहुत सारे लोग छोटा अपने घर में शॉप खोल लेते हैं, कोई अपने आप को टेक्सटाइल बेच रहा है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें कर लेते हैं, घर में छोटी सी शॉप खोल लेते हैं, और दैट्स इट. उनको लगता है बस यार इससे ज़्यादा कुछ आएगा तो मैं संभाल ही नहीं पाऊंगी, मेरे बच्चों को भी संभालना है, फिर लाइक थिंग लाइक दैट. तो इन दैट कॉन्टेक्स्ट, व्हाट डू यू हैव फॉर देम, मतलब व्हाट सजेशन यू हैव फॉर देम कि मतलब वो कैसे एक होम मेकर से कुछ स्केल कर सकते हैं, बड़ा कर सकते हैं, और किसी को या फिर किसी के पास आइडियाज है लेकिन उनको स्टार्ट नहीं किया है, तो व्हाट डू यू हैव फॉर देम एज अ फाउंडर, एज अ वुमन फाउंडर?
अच्छा क्वेश्चन है. इसके 5 स्टेप्स है.
ओके.
कोविड के बाद काफी लोग घर पे बिजनेस कर रहे थे, और जनरली एडवर्सिटी होती है तब खुद का स्ट्रेंथ, खुद का पर्पस, खुद का टैलेंट बाहर आता है.
Okay.
So COVID was a great time for people to discover their entrepreneurial sides. And I practically think हर बिल्डिंग में एक बेकर था, एक पिकल मेकर, एक लाइफस्टाइल कोच, एक fitness coach. So technically your building had everything, even though you couldn't step out of your building. As women, there are 2 types. One is a go-giver and one is a go-getter. And it's as per your situation. Sometimes if I look at जब हमारी मम्मियों का टाइम था, उनको वो चांस नहीं मिला गो गेटर बनने का. So they have been go givers all their life.
Okay.
They've been a support system to the family, and when they got time, they used to be a go getter. We are in a generation where, you know, the Gen Z are born go getters.
Okay.
But every go getter needs a go giver to create a successful structure. तो अगर आपको बिजनेस चालू करना है और अगर आपको कुछ भी करना है जो आप पैशनेट हो, तो फर्स्ट यू शुड डिस्कवर इफ यू विल डू इट irrespective of profitability.
Okay.
Is it something you can do at any point in your life, irrespective of whether you're going to make money? Money is a complete byproduct of it. तो अगर आपको ये पसंद है, मतलब ये आपका पैशन है. So first you've discovered what you can consistently do day in, day out, anytime.
Okay.
I have a friend who wanted to become a Montessori teacher.
Okay.
She used to sleep 3 hours in the night and do the course at night. Because it was her passion. She could give up everything. She said, I am living my dream, so
Okay.
it's okay if I have less dream time.
Interesting.
But while I say that, for everyone to become a go-getter, you need to have a go-giver to support your other areas of life. Such as, अगर मैं business चलाना चाहती हूँ, तो after a particular point, there will be a need to scale it. Okay, so your point number 1 is to identify your passion.
Okay.
Your point number 2 will be to understand which areas you can be indispensable. लोग आपको नहीं पूछेंगे अगर आप है कि नहीं, वो अपने आप मैनेज कर लेंगे. तो आपको वो एरियाज में गो गिवर्स ढूंढने हैं.
Okay.
If you have children, maybe for the children. If you have a house that needs some management, then you need a house manager. If you have maybe need for logistics, then a good, safe, reliable driver.
Okay.
We are in a country where we are people rich, so we are gifted to be able to find this.
Okay.
Maybe not immediately, but over a period of time, you will find a good person to be a go-giver in that area. You have a good, big family you're living with. Great, leverage that. Everybody in your family will have something unique to contribute.
Yeah, actually.
Find that unique thing, make them the go-giver in that area. Because only when you decide to do quality can you do more. So first your passion, second find the go-givers in the spaces where you are indispensable. Then third, try and understand a structure for yourself on a daily basis, so that you can जो आप नहीं कर पा रहे हो वो आपके गो गिवर्स कर रहे हैं, और आपके क्वालिटी टाइम में आप अपना बिजनेस और मेन रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट कर रहे हो.
Okay.
सो यू आर डूइंग जो आप नॉर्मली 24 आवर्स में कर रहे थे वो आप 4 घंटे में कर रहे हो, और आपके पास 20 आवर्स है टू डू समथिंग व्हिच स्केल्स योर पैशन. Number 4 will be able to find like-minded people to collaborate, to inspire, to increase your vision. क्योंकि शायद आपके फैमिली में आप पहले गो गेटर हो, तो आपके पास शायद सबके लिए सपोर्ट सिस्टम है, जो खुद का एनवायरनमेंट है वो कंटिन्यू कर रहा है, वो मैनेज हो रहा है, लेकिन आप अपना पैशन फ्यूल कैसे करोगे? आप अपने बिजनेस में अच्छे हो, ग्रो कर सकते हो, लेकिन जब तक आपको वो बर्निंग डिजायर कि दूसरे लोग नहीं मिलते हैं, आप फ्रॉम हियर टू गो टू देयर, आपको वो कंपेनियन लगेंगे. शायद इट्स अ फैमिली मेंबर, शायद इट्स योर पार्टनर, शायद इट्स योर फ्रेंड, शायद इट्स अ न्यू पर्सन यू हैव टू फाइंड. तो वो आपको ढूंढने हैं. एंड लास्ट, आपको गो गिवर के रोल से अ बैलेंस बिटवीन गो गिवर और गो गेटर बनना है, एंड वो आपको चूज करना है. Some people, like today my mother still wants to do something new, and what she couldn't do earlier, जो पहले नहीं कर पा रही थी, अभी उसको वो करना है, because she is in a place where her children are all taken care of, शादी हो गई है, she is more comfortable like that. Gen Z is different. Gen Z will say कि भाई हम day 1 से want to create a structure for ourselves. So आपका go giver go getter का जो ratio है वो personal है.
Okay.
वो कोई आपको बता नहीं पाएगा. So a lot of mothers will say, I want to do part-time work, I want to do freelancing work. That's a personal decision. But everyone who has the talent, and everyone does, you just find the talent and passion. आपको वो ढूंढना है, ये 5 steps chalk out करने हैं, and trust me, you work towards this direction, you will discover a whole new side to yourself.
Interesting. क्यों आप इस दुनिया में? क्यों हो इस दुनिया में? क्या करते हो आप इस दुनिया में? क्या मतलब है आपका इस दुनिया में होने का?
Very spiritual. I like the jump. Purpose. I have found मैंने purpose ढूंढा है जब मेरे को बहुत difficulty और adversity आई. हमारे culture में है कि जो हम देखे हैं वो हम imbibe कर लिए. So like I have seen my mother always being a support system. I have seen my grandmother being a bigger support system. I have seen my aunt being a pillar. I have seen my Masi being somebody who we all admire and look up to. So I have seen those people and I have seen a lot of sacrifice. So somewhere subconsciously you sacrifice your purpose without needing to sacrifice it. तो जो आप बोल रहे हो आप क्यों यहाँ हो, क्या है आपका पर्पस, वो क्वेश्चन एड्रेस करने के लिए आपको पहले समझना है कि while the world will go on with and without you, you do have a purpose. And the ones who discover it early will live a happier journey. The ones who discover it late will also live a happier journey, but they will be at their peak at a later age.
Yes, true.
तो अगर मेरे बच्चे छोटे हैं और मैं मेरा पर्पस ढूंढ लेती हूँ, when they become big and when I am on my own, I will be very sorted because I have a purpose and my life continues. When my kids are in their teens and I'm looking for a purpose that time, I have created a very strong space of struggle. You're struggling with teenage children, you're struggling with your business. तो आपको चूज करना है and everything is possible and everything is right. It's a matter of perspective. My personal belief है कि अगर मैं young age में small steps लेके purpose build करूँ, at a later age, I will reap the fruits or I will leverage the structure.
Okay.
At my own time, with my own gut feeling कि कब मेरे को scale करना है, कब नहीं करना है, कब आगे बढ़ना है, लेकिन मैंने seeds तो sow कर दी है. कभी ऐसे हो सकता है that circumstances are not in your favor. It's okay if it's delayed. Doesn't mean it won't happen. But अगर आप purpose के आप ढूंढते ही नहीं हो, कि आप उसको believe ही नहीं करते हो, then somewhere आपका passionate living नहीं होगा.
Okay.
And when you're living passionately, you are the happiest. So I think purpose and happiness, they go hand in hand.
What's your passion right now? मतलब what business या what passion you are following right now?
So mine is an accidental promotion. Okay. I'm originally from Antwerp, from Belgium, and I'm connected with the diamond industry. And I was very clear that while my father has his own structure and business in the manufacturing area, I will do something of my own, like a startup within that area.
Okay.
So I was always interested in B2C.
Achha.
But my family business is B2B.
Okay.
And I started off my journey at the Eurostar terminal where I created a boutique जहाँ मैं बिजनेस ट्रैवलर्स के साथ इंटरेक्ट करती थी, उनके लिए यूनिक ज्वेलरी बनाती थी, उनके लिए यूनिक कंसल्टेशन और रिकमेंडेशंस करती थी. From there, I accidentally bumped into my husband in India and moved to India.
Okay.
And there was no successor for the business in Antwerp. So वो बंद करके मैं यहाँ आ गई. My husband is connected to all the different consulates of India because he's in a business which is import of fruit. So he's connected to all different countries and consulates. So one of the consulates wanted to buy a diamond or jewelry for his wife.
Okay.
I explained to him how to buy, and that became my first accidental workshop. I'm today successfully on my 355th workshop, and all of this happened just because I enjoyed doing what I did,
Hmm.
and I wanted to add value.
Hmm.
I wanted to be transformational, not transactional. So today, I successfully run workshops pan India.
Okay.
We started globally as well.
Hmm.
And all of this is not based on any PR company. It's good work that recommends good work. So it's an
Hmm.
organic growth, which
Okay.
becomes easier for me because I have 2 kids. I have also a household.
Hmm.
I would like to give a balanced life to myself, to my children, to my family.
Hmm.
I do believe there is a lot people should empower themselves with to be able to make right decisions in jewelry and in diamond buying.
Hmm.
And that's a direction my workshops address.
Hmm.
Um, I have a very strong growth factor and a win-win factor.
Hmm.
जहाँ मैं कोई भी वर्कशॉप करती हूँ डिफरेंट सिटी में, तो जो मेरे को होस्ट करता है, द कम्युनिटी दैट होस्ट मी लाइक अ ईओ वाईपीओ फिकी फ्लो a local community, a mommy's network,
Hmm.
they all have beautiful people I get to interact with.
Hmm.
And I am an experience based person.
Okay.
While I read books,
Hmm.
and I don't get so much time to read them,
Hmm.
I prefer picking up something good from everyone I meet.
Hmm.
And that becomes a learning and a way of growing with each workshop that I do.
Interesting. क्यों करते हो ये सब? क्या फायदा है इससे?
I cannot see my life without it.
Hmm.
It's like my staple. If I don't do my work, I'm not connected with myself.
ऐसा.
So it is something that feeds my passion. It feeds my sense of higher self.
तो इसका लेकर के आपका मिशन या विजन है कुछ कि भाई ये
Yeah,
चाहिए?
absolutely. We have transformed maybe 1,200 women so far,
अच्छा.
converted them into conscious consumers through the workshop. And
Conscious consumers.
yes, and it's my way to give back to the industry. It's my way to um, show good code of conduct in the
Okay.
industry, that somebody has to take the initiative.
Hmm.
And आगे जाके हमको interesting individuals industry के
Hmm.
उनको connect करना है consumers के साथ. Today we have a very very strong digital culture. लेकिन digital culture पे जो influencers है
Hmm.
वो naturally commercially driven है,
Hmm.
because it's a business. My idea is to help those women जिसने already workshop किया है, उनका knowledge intermediate है,
Hmm.
उनको advance करने में I want to connect them with the right people in the industry who are unknown, but they are great players, they are change makers.
Hmm.
So a lot of people who are influencers, and how you say they are real influencers. मैं real influencers को कैमरा के सामने लाना चाहती हूँ,
अच्छा.
so that after the podcast
Hmm.
people can still connect with them and learn from them and take things forward. So a lot of times, why should you buy something at a particular time?
Okay.
How should you find value?
Hmm.
How should you style yourself correctly? We do all of this in the workshop at an intermediate level. लेकिन higher level के लिए you should connect with the right people in the industry, and the podcast helps those people share their knowledge, connect with new people, and helps the consumers connect with people who are actually going to guide them when they need it.
Great. We'll do a rapid fire round here.
Okay.
2 rapid fires. First one is
Coffee with Tushar.
coffee. अभी तो पानी में तुषार हो रहा है. ठीक है, okay. That's brand you like or hate. ठीक है, one brand you like, one brand you hate. I'll take a name, category. You have to take a name of कि भाई मैं इसको पसंद करती हूँ और इसको बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं करती.
Okay.
You have to be honest on this. ठीक है?
100%. I'm actually very unfiltered. शायद आपको hope the information doesn't go to them.
जानी चाहिए मैं तो ठीक है. I'll take the name, category, and आपको choose करना है कि कौन सा मुझे पसंद है brand और कौन सा मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद है.
Okay, done.
Reason रहने देना. अब ये will go for deep चल.
We'll keep it to their imagination.
Imagination. ठीक है. Food.
Food brand that I love? Very good question. Can घर का खाना be part of it?
हाँ, क्या you can.
My all-time favorite. Probably because I went to university for 3 years and was deprived of घर का खाना. I am a pro घर का खाना.
घर का खाना.
So घर का खाना is the best brand. कोई भी मेरे को बोले ये घर का बनाया कुछ भी item है. So all you homemakers, for you,
brand
my heart goes for you.
घर का खाना is the brand.
My heart goes for you, and that's a great title. All the other brands that I don't like, packaged brands.
Packaged brand.
I have seen so many advertisements where maybe a Virat Kohli or a Priyanka Chopra will be eating it and showcasing it. All your edited drinks. You know all the brands. I don't have to tell you that.
नहीं नाम बताओ आप.
So your Cokes and your Pepsis and you know all your generic brands.
देखो मैंने नहीं बोला है.
This was scripted, guys. So.
Okay. Next is lifestyle. Lifestyle brand you like and you hate.
It's a bit censored, but it's a brand for innerwear for women. It's very new. I was browsing Instagram a couple of weeks back. I bumped into a brand called Underneath by Kusha Kapila, a very, very well-known TV actress. And I love the fact that they've brought in something which is for every woman, for every size, something which was high time, very innovative, very accessible, and very unapologetic. I love that.
You hate? Which brand you hate?
I actually don't hate any brands because
कुछ तो होगा.
Because all brands have their own identity and purpose. But if I had to really hate a brand,
जो humans के लिए बिल्कुल अच्छा ना हो आपको लगता है?
Yeah, that could be like a non-organic brand, a brand that is affecting.
Name it.
Affecting animals, affecting lifestyle. One second. All the cigarette brands. Sorry.
All the
cigarette brands.
All the cigarette brands.
I somewhere feel that, maybe because I'm a parent, it's very hard to let people realize what actually happens internally when you are smoking, while the advertisements are so hunky-dory and cool. So cigarette brands really,
Next is sports.
Sport brand. Anything to do with the new sports, your pickle and paddle. They have some great brands that have come out with pickle rackets, paddle rackets, the whole kit. I think it's trending. I think the rackets are very lightweight. It's a really fun sport. It has made after hours more active. So and wait, I forgot to say about mahjong. Mahjong. We have a lot of mahjong merchandise. Beautiful. If you've heard the name of the game mahjong, it's a Chinese-based game. It's with tiles, and it's a good 2.5 hours for one game at one time. It's great. It's anti-dementia. It's a great place to not have your phones, just tea and mahjong. And a lot of people have entered the industry with great merchandise. So beautiful mats. You need a mat. You need racks. You need tiles. So some beautiful brands.
Brands you hate?
Brands I hate. This is for sport. How can you hate a sport brand? But I can't say this publicly, but some sportwear or footwear, they don't have a great practice in their factories. Their conditions for work are not great for people. Yet it's a big brand, so people buy it for the brand name. Like a couple of these shoe brands. Like you have your Nike, you have a couple of other shoe brands.
Okay.
There are a lot of articles about them, leaving to your imagination which brand is right, which is wrong. But I believe that
they use a lot of polyester in their sports bras and things like that. ऐसा कुछ होता है? Or they do use...
No, it's just the way the working conditions are for the people who work for that brand. Okay. So yeah.
Okay. Next is wellness brand.
It's a very nice wellness brand called Just Herbs.
Just Herbs. Okay.
I'm very much into Ayurveda. So when it comes to face products, skin products, hair products, I believe that the more natural you can go, the longer you can, look the way you're looking.
Okay.
So along with Ghar Ka Khana, it's very important to also not bombard yourself with all these brands with high levels of products that are not suitable for your skin, and a lot of chemicals. So there's a brand called Just Herbs, which is very nice.
Yeah, and
It has natural shampoos, natural soaps, all of that.
Other people will search.
Yeah. The brand that I hate, which is wellness brand. Okay, you know what? Can I put this in there? All these gummies and boosters. You know, they have these vitamin gummies and they have these vitamin boosters for children, for adults, for everybody. I mean, I just think that that's terrible because that's the way out, right? We no longer need to have nutrition because we get them from our gummies, we get them from our vitamins. So a lot of times it's very hard convincing maybe your child to have a proper nutritious meal because there's a multivitamin that you can just give him as a supplement. So all supplements.
You support all the supplements?
No, I don't.
You don't? Well, you hate?
I prefer that, you know, a nutritious meal can substitute all these extra supplements that have been
diamonds.
Wow.
And you like and you hate.
I don't want to make any enemies here, but a diamond brand that I really like, many diamond brands that are legacy brands that are doing beautiful work. I've worked with them personally. One of the reasons I work with them is because I do the QC. I check if the brand is aligned with my value system, with what I want to take forward. All diamond brands who agree on empowering the audience, who want to work with me, are amazing. And there have been many. I've worked with brands like Kirti Lal's. I've worked with brands like House of Quadri, which is a lab grown brand. I've worked with brands like Sonani in Surat. I've worked with brands like in Jaipur, which are traditional. I'll get you the names. There are lots of names, but off the top of my head, yeah, off the top of all of the people I've worked with, there is.
एक diamond मिल जाएगा ना उन सबसे.
I hope whoever's listening to this will give me some sort of compensation for the appreciation. I have worked. I'm going to be working with a lot of new brands coming this year. In Mumbai, there's Intria, there is Goldsmiths, there are lots of beautiful jewelers. Some are family businesses, some are standalone, some are designers that are growing their brand. My own family, Ira Jewels. I have worked with individuals that are abroad who are in design school. So everybody who believes in giving back to the industry, I would consider those brands.
Next is intimacy. Which brand do you like and which brand you don't like? Intimacy.
Globally, Victoria's Secret is one of the best brands. In India, I think Enama. Very simple, easy, accessible. A lot of brands like Victoria's Secret, they have a lot of synthetic material. So I feel that way an Indian brand like Enama, they do incorporate a lot of soft cotton. Better for the weather. Better feel on the body.
Interesting. थोड़ा सा इसको controversial करता है. जैसे कि बहुत सारे अभी जेंजीज की बात करोगे तो उनको सेक्स की बात करता है, राइट? तो उनमें आपको आई पिल लेना, उसके बाद लुब्रिकेशन, उसके बाद बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें हैं जो it's normal for them, right? What's your advice to those people who take eye pill, contraceptive pill? What do you think?
I'm not a doctor, so go to your closest friend who's a doctor first. Take their advice. But if you ask me, I have a very close friend who's an Ayurvedic doctor who once told us about this rhythm system, which is when your period stops, from that day to 18 days is highly fertile.
Okay.
So no unprotected sex that time. After the 18th day till your period comes, unprotected.